Hi everybody, hope you're all okay at home. We're still missing you, but we're loving seeing all the things you're doing on Evidence Me. You're all working really, really hard and we're super proud of you. Well done. So today we're going to carry on thinking about Zog. Do you remember we read the story, or you might have watched the story last week about Zog the dragon who wanted to get better at things? There were some things he found really tricky and really difficult, and he practiced and practiced, and then he got really good at them and he ended up getting a golden star. So today we're going to think about having two different challenges that you can get better at, and we might have some golden stars by the end of this. So one challenge is, I want you to think of something that you can do whilst you're at home that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you've always wanted to ride your bike without stabilisers. Maybe you want to be able to skip with a skipping rope. Maybe you want to run all the way around the garden in 10 seconds flat. Whatever it is you want to do, you've got time now to practice at home. Tell us all about it and tell us when you've finally managed to be able to do it. Okay, that's one challenge. The second challenge is I'm going to give you something, and that is to write your name. Now this challenge isn't just for today or tomorrow or this week. This is a whole lockdown challenge. Hopefully it's not too long, but this is a whole lockdown challenge. So if you can write your name, that is fantastic. I want you to practice doing capital letters and lowercase letters for the rest of your name. If you can write your name already really well, can you start writing sentences for me and writing a little short story or a letter or a list? And if you can't write your name, that's absolutely fine as well. Today's job is just to write your name however you do it without any help. And if it looks like this, and we can't see many letters in it, that's okay. If it's a little bit of a squiggle and it hurts your hands a little bit, that's okay too, because we are going to practice. And I want you to write number 1, or your grown-up write number 1 next to that name, and you're going to keep this. And each day you're going to do something different to help build up that strength in your hands and have another go at writing your name. And if you do that every single day, by the time you come back to school, your name will be fantastic and will be so, so proud. And you'll be really proud of yourselves as well. So you keep the very first one and you keep looking back to it and going, look how I used to write my name. I couldn't really read that last bit. But then each week you're going to go, wow, look how well I'm doing. Look how much progress I'm making in just a little bit of practice each day. So the first job is to write your name without any help whatsoever. Then there's lots of ways that you can practice writing your name as well. Your grown-up can write it at the top and you can have a little go at writing underneath. And then you'll soon start to see that your letters look a little bit more like your grown-ups. Remember, capital letter at the beginning of your first name, then all lowercase, capital letter for your surname, and lowercase again. Tall letters should be as tall as the capital letters, and long letters like this should go under the line as well. Then, after a few weeks' time, you might be able to write your name without even having to copy it underneath. That would be fantastic. We'll be so proud of you. If you can already write your name, I've got a few ideas of how you can make it fun to still practice at home. Maybe you can write your name in dots. Maybe your grown-up could write your name in dots and you trace over the top. Maybe you write it in one colour and trace over the top. See if you can keep to the same lines. Maybe you can write your name in every single colour that you've got in your house. I wonder how long that would take. Maybe you could write your name and then make it into a picture, add on designs and characters and things. That would be very exciting. Now, all the time when you're practicing writing, it's good to build up the strength in your hands and get your fingers really, really ready for writing. So we always do a little bit of a warm-up, don't we? There's lots of things on YouTube, such as dough disco or finger exercises or fine motor skills that you can watch, and you can practice doing these at home. But if you've got some other resources, I'm going to show you things that you could do to build up that strength in your hands. So you might have things like, let's have a look. You might have a computer, you might have an iPad. Typing or playing games on the computer is still really good for your hands. That still counts as homework. You might have lots of little toys like this, like Lego or Duplo or Stickle Bricks, and playing with these and building and taking them apart and building them again and swapping things around. That's really, really good homework. So Lego homework for today. Maybe you've got some elastic bands at home. Maybe you could make a great big ball like this. Maybe you could take a few elastic bands and wrap them around pencils, wrap them around a paper tube. How many can you do? Can you tie 2 pencils together? That's very good for strengthening your fingers. Maybe you've got lots of craft activities or things like hammer beads, putting in tiny little beads to make a picture, and then you'd be so proud of yourself if you could do that. Very good for your hands. You might have some old chocolate boxes left over from Christmas or some ice cube trays. Can you put one thing in each one? Skittles are really good for that, or M&Ms, and then you get to eat them after. Can you put one in every single thing and then take them all out? Can you do that in 10 seconds? Can you do it faster than you're grown up? Lots and lots of fun to have at home with that. Maybe you've got something like this in your house. Maybe you could practice picking up things and moving them. How far can you move them before you drop them? Maybe you've got tiny, tiny little tweezers that you can pick things up with. Maybe you've got scissors in your house, normal scissors or pattern scissors. Cutting out pictures from magazines is a brilliant exercise for your hands. Maybe making snips on a longer piece of paper or out of a cardboard box. That's brilliant for strengthening your hands. And what about even this one? Painting your nails. Maybe you could paint your grown-ups' nails, and that's really good for getting your eyes and your hands to work together and very delicately use that brush to paint those nails. Whatever you do to build up your hands and get them really, really strong will help you with your writing. So remember, we're writing our name to start with. If you want to do a little bit more, if you want to write a story or a poem or a joke, that would be amazing. But if all you do today is write your name without any help and practice and practice and practice and send that to us in a few days' time, that will be fantastic. Okay, everybody, take care at home and we'll see you very soon. Bye.